Hey, this is Barrett at CorkSport. In this video, we're going to show the how-to with Mazdaedit Lite. So there's three major sections that we're going to talk about in this video. One is we're going to pull the ROM calibration from the ECU. This is necessary to initially set up your ECU calibration. We're going to show how to upload and flash a new ECU calibration, and then we're going to show how to get into the logger software in Mazdaedit. So first, we're going to open up our Mazdaedit window here. We're going to hit the red down arrow that you can see and open up our flash utility. So before we proceed any further, I want to make sure that you have your car on but the engine off. So we want power to the ECU, and make sure that your cable and OBD2 Tatrix is attached and functioning correctly. So it should be lighting up a few different colored LEDs inside of it. So then you'll notice a few items in the flash utility. We have an open file here. This is where we'll actually pull the new calibration from. This is the button that initiates connection to the ECU and allows us to flash the new calibration. And then finally, here is our flash memory. So this is where we're going to pull our ROM file from. And then over to the right, you're going to notice a drop-down window here. And this is all the various different ECUs that the Mazdaedit software can connect to. So for you either have a Skyactiv 2 Mitsu 2 megabyte, or you have a Skyactiv 2 Denso 2 megabyte. So you need to just look at your ECU, follow the instructions we have for that to identify which ECU your vehicle is using. In our situation, we have a Denso, so we're going to use that. Now, we're going to go to our flash memory utility here, and at this point it's verifying that your OBD is connected, the ignition is on, before we proceed. Now I want to note that this is a 30 to 40 minute process to download the initial ECU, but this is only going to happen this first time. After that, the flashes will be much faster at just a few minutes. So for the sake of saving time in that, not showing 30 minutes of useless video, you're going to hit OK for you. For us, we're going to hit cancel so that we're not sitting here. At the end of this, you're going to see at the bottom of the page with all the text, the operation completed successfully, turn ignition off. So that means that it has successfully pulled the ROM file from the ECU, and now you can save this file to your computer. We ask that you save the file name with the ECU name itself, so that should be a few digits and letters, the vehicle, the year, and your name. And that'll help us keep everything identified so that we can turn these calibrations around fairly quickly. So that brings us to a good point. CorkSport does ask that we have 3 business days to turn this around for you. Obviously, we're going to try to turn that around much faster than that, but we ask that you do this process before you start working on the installation itself so that you have this calibration ready to rock and roll as soon as your car is ready. You can send this file directly to a dedicated email, turbokits@corksport.com, which you see on the screen here. So send that to us, we'll get that turned around for you and get your ECU calibration. Once you get that back from us, save that in a safe location on your computer because you're going to need that later. Now, let's go to actually flashing a new calibration to your Mazda. So again, you're going to open up Mazdaedit. We're going to go to our flash utility. We're going to open up our calibration that we want to flash to the vehicle. So after a few seconds, you will see the calibration itself pop up. And then to actually flash and connect to the car, so first we're going to connect, and that is the green dot which reads read information about ECU. We want to press OK that everything is connected. So you can see our information here on the car, so we know that the ECU and the Mazdaedit software are now connected. So then you'll see that this red arrow and ECU chip has popped up. So we're going to press that to actually start the flash process. Again, we want to acknowledge that everything's connected. So OK. Now you'll see text filling up the screen here in the flash utility. So this is actually the process of going through and flashing the ECU. So this process is usually in the 3 to 5 minute range. So you want to let this run through. You can see our countdown timer here at the bottom of the screen. So we'll go ahead and accelerate through this little section until we get to the prompts of on and off on the car power. Okay, so now the flash is nearly complete. There's a couple cycles we have to do, so we're going to turn the ignition off. And then we will turn the ignition back on. And then finally we turn it off. You can leave the vehicle off at this point. And then we can exit out of this. Okay. At this point, you can exit out of Mazdaedit. You've completed the flash. Now, it is important to know that the car takes about 100 miles to fully relearn all of its base operating parameters. So that's like fuel trims and AFR and whatnot. So if you're doing logging immediately, don't be surprised if you see the car attempting to learn things with ignition, AFR, fuel trims, and whatnot. This is normal for modern vehicles. These cars are a little bit longer than what we would typically see, but that's fine. That's Mazda for you. Okay, lastly, we're going to show how to get into the logging function of Mazdaedit and how to actually select your parameters to log and then complete a log file. So again, we want to open up Mazdaedit. Now we're going to select one of these icons here. So for our 3rd generation Mazda 3, we want to use the red emblem, which is Open Mazda 2nd Gen CAN Logger. We're going to open that up. You'll see a blank screen here. We're going to say connect to ECU. Then you'll see a bunch of parameters pop up here. Now you'll notice these two icons, you have show all and selected. So you'll hit show all, and then you'll go through and select the parameters that you want to log. And then to keep things concise, you're gonna go over to selected, and it'll only show the items that you're logging, so you don't get overwhelmed by a bunch of open cells. Now, to complete a log, you're gonna go to logging, log data to file, and logging will start when you see a green bar pop up here down in the bottom right corner. And then to end the log, you're going to go back to logging and the same log data to file. You'll see the green bar disappear. Now this has been saved to your logging folder built in with Mazdaedit. So once you have that log complete, you can use that to send to a tuner, or you can work on reviewing the data, whatever you need it for. Then to exit out of this, simply just exit out of the software. And that completes the how-to for Mazdaedit. So we hope this was informative for you. There's also a PDF with these instructions laid out that you can reference. So between those two, we hope that this helps you be successful with Mazdaedit to get your ROM file out, get your calibration set up, and then you can enjoy your CorkSport Turbo Kit. This is Barrett, tuning out.